Hey students, welcome to A&P2. My apologies, I think the video I had posted, for some reason there's been a lot of problems with Moodle, and so the video for A&P1 got posted. My apologies, how embarrassing. I'm gonna go through your course now so that you can understand what you need to do for A&P2. So this is your top block. This is my email address at castleton.edu. I'm your instructor for this course. I've taught A&P2 about 9 times now, and I really like it, and I think you're going to have fun with this. I also text, and my text number is 802, I'm just going to move this over a little bit, 802 688 8575. Just tell me who you are and what class you're in, and you can ask me questions. I usually respond within 24 hours. So I'm going to just kind of walk you through your course, the right course, and you'll see in the top block, this is a folder with all of the course documents in it to get you started. And I actually have some of these open down here, so I'm just going to pull this up. This is our syllabus for A&P2 for the spring of 2018. And we're going to look at the special senses to begin with: the endocrine system, the blood, the cardiovascular system, the respiratory system, digestive, urinary, and reproductive system. And these are the essential objectives that we're going to look at. I'm not going to read all of these to you, but really what you should do is walk through all of this and make sure that you understand this is what we're doing for A&P2. When it comes to course evaluations, you're going to want to be able to answer questions related to this. And also we're going to do some labs. So I have some virtual labs for you, and also we have a product called PhysioX, and it can be 9.0 or the updated version 9.1. I actually have the book here in front of me, 9.0, and this is the CD that comes with 9.1. And if you get the book, there is, on the inside cover, there is a scratch-off box, and you'll have an access code there that will allow you to go online to do the labs, because I know a lot of you have computers that don't actually have the disk drive anymore, so don't worry if you don't have a disk drive. You can get right into the PhysioX labs online to hold them, and I'll do a demonstration of how to use those. So the required textbooks for this course, any textbook that's A&P that's recent you can use, and this is actually the free access that we're going to be using for the anatomy and physiology textbook for this course. And if you click on the link in the syllabus, it'll take you right to the OpenStax book. So you can see that this is the book that we're going to be using in this course. But again, any anatomy and physiology textbook that's current, recent, up to date is going to follow the same format that this does. So if you click in the upper left-hand corner where this little blue box is that says contents, it's going to show you some of the things that we're going to be looking at. So to begin with, we are going to look at the senses, and I've provided you with some resources for that are a little bit different than the book, but from that point on you'll be using the textbook. So back to the syllabus. The other thing that you need is the PhysioX CD. You can do the 9.1 update or the 9.0 book, whichever one works for you is fine. And again, these are the evaluation criteria that we're going to be utilizing. So for this course, you'll have discussion boards, you'll have, and that'll be worth 30%, and exams 35%. Labs will be 25%. I've got a virtual cow eye dissection lab that we'll do the second week of the course, and then the virtual heart lab later on when we're doing the cardiovascular system, and I've created those labs, and you'll just have documents that you'll have to submit for those. So I hope it's pretty straightforward, and I will post more YouTube videos in the course for you as we go on so you can see what I'm talking about. And this is just the grading criteria that CCV uses. It also talks about academic honesty, making sure that you cite references correctly when you're doing your work, and then some of the responsibilities. And if you need extra time for tests or that kind of stuff, you're going to want to be in touch with your advisor around that. So that's the syllabus basically. So take a look at that, read through it, and these are the weekly assignments that we're going to be doing. So the first week we're looking at the special senses, and you're going to see that there are a couple of things that you're going to have to do. So I'm just going to scroll down to that block, and you can see already, I see that a lot of you have posts, and I'm getting through the posts, and they're really nice, and I appreciate that. So the first thing you're going to do this week is read through all the material, the syllabus, the weekly assignments, and then you're going to move on to doing course introductions. And the thing that I want you to do is just sort of provide a brief introduction of yourself. Let us know why you're in this course, and then respond to a couple of others as well. So always when we are doing discussion boards in this course, because technically we're starting on Tuesdays, you're always going to want to do your initial post by Friday night at midnight, and then you're going to want to respond to 2 of your colleagues by Monday at midnight, so 2 of your colleagues. So you'll see that every week the course format is laid out the same way. So this week, again, we're going to look at the special senses. This is the discussion forum. These are your learning objectives for this week. So this comes right from the book, as well as some of the objectives that CCV wants us to look at. So you can look at those and see what the learning objectives are for the week. And this little green icon is called a book. The other thing is there are assignments and content here. So I've actually posted a video I want you to watch on the special senses this week. These are the course lecture PowerPoints. This will give you information about the senses, as well as a PowerPoint that I've created for you on sensory mechanisms. So just open those up. Those will help you with the exam that you'll have to do on the sensory system. And these are, there's always going to be information here about what the reading assignments are. And then I'll post links about other things. So this actually is a great resource. This is the Human Body Book, and I just want to show you how great this is. So these links will take you right to the topic we're covering. There's great pictures, visuals here. There's stuff on the side here that can link you to other articles of interest when you're learning about this, so you can see even as you're doing your reading, I'm going to include resources that'll help you understand the content that we're working through. So one of the things that we all have to do is this new double sign-in, right, for Moodle. So you'll see that's a change. So again, a video I want you to watch this week, course lecture PowerPoints. These are some of the resources. I've also posted other things for you to look at. I don't always use Wiki because I'm not really happy with Wiki sometimes, but I'll tell you that this particular link actually happens to provide some good information. So it's not always a great resource, but every once in a while I will post some things related to that if I think the content is accurate. So again, the first week it's introductions. Watch the Bozeman video, respond to the discussion board. These are the readings. Look at all the other resources that are there. And then you'll see next week, starting on 1:30, we're going to have a virtual lab eye dissection. And the lab report is due by 2/5 at midnight. I'll have an assignment upload for you to put that into. And you'll also have an exam next week. And I will show you that as well. So just make sure that you print off the weekly assignments. That'll help keep you on track. Again, this little green book right here is a link once again to the information about your textbooks, how to access it, as well as the PhysioX book or CD that you're going to need to do our virtual labs online. So grading criteria, discussion boards 30%, again, exams 35, labs 25, cow eye dissection and virtual lab heart 5% each. And so here is this block again. And then next week, even though you can't see this right now, we're going to be doing the virtual eye dissection. You'll have an exam that'll be due, and I'm just going to click on this exam. And when you open this, you're going to see attempts allowed, and there'll be a box underneath here that'll say log on. I've logged on already, so now it's showing me continue the last preview. So at the beginning of the week on January 30th, your exam will open for the special census. You can use resources, you can use your books. The exam will be open all week. You can go in and out of the exam, and the way that you do that, and I'm just going to show you this to begin with, you'll see that there are some figures that you're going to have to match up with the exam. So you're going to click on all your answers, and I would really encourage you to get a sheet of paper and write down your answers as you're going through all of the test questions and save it so that when you click finish attempt, you're going to see your answers here. You can compare them. If you're not ready to submit the exam, once you've clicked on this window, this will help save it. You're going to return to attempt. And if you want to go in and out of the exam, you have always got to scroll to the bottom and click on the button that says finish attempt. That saves your answers again, so you can go back in and return to the attempt when you log on. And like I said, you're definitely going to want to make sure that you write the answers down. The questions are not scrambled, so when you go back in, they'll still be in the same order. And that way, if you happen to submit the exam, the test, and it doesn't take the test or something goes wrong, if you have those answers written down, I can give you access to go back in and repopulate the exam, and or you can send me the answers, and then you won't lose any points or credit for the exam. So you're also going to have some assignments sometimes. So this is a link to the cow eye dissection answer sheet that you'll be doing next week, and I'm just going to click on this, and you'll see in my view, I can view all submissions, but what you're going to have is you're going to have a little box down here that says submit a file, and you're going to click on that, and then what you're going to do is upload your file that you've saved for the answers. So I'm going to actually switch to student view and pull this up so you can see what I'm talking about. So I'll just move this up here a little bit so it makes it visible. Hopefully it'll, yep, there we go. All right, so if all right, that's visible, and I'll change my view to student view so I can show you what I'm talking about in terms of doing this. Let's see, so up here, switch role, and I'll click on student, and it'll bring us back here. And so if you click on this link, once you get in here, you're going to see a box that says add a submission, and you're going to find a file right here from your desktop, so you can choose a file from your desktop. And this is just showing you how to do this, and then you can upload it and you can save the changes, and then you'll see that your document for your lab has been uploaded. You can edit it, you can change it, you can move in and out to do that. So sometimes I'll have Word documents that you're going to have to upload. Sometimes you're going to have to upload the PhysioX labs. So when we talk about the PhysioX labs, I'm just going to show you. I've actually inserted the CD into my computer, and I'm going to click on this. If you're online, you're going to see the same thing. And when you open it up, it'll show you in PhysioX that there are certain exercises that need to be done, and there are particular activities that are associated with those exercises. And whenever I give you the assignment, I'm always going to show you, I'm going to tell you what the specific exercise and activity is. So, for example, when we go to the endocrine system, here are all of the activities that are under exercise 4. And I might say that we're going to do exercise 4, activity 2. I'm going to click on that. So the first thing that you're going to want to do is click on the tabs at the top, and you're going to want to click on overview and do the reading. Then you're going to look at the objectives, the introduction, read through all of this. You can see there are page numbers on the bottom. You're going to want to scroll through these. And then you're going to click on the, after you've done the reading so that you understand the content, you're going to want to go to the pre-lab quiz, and you're going to want to answer all the questions. So even though I'm not answering the questions, I'm scrolling through so you can see. And then it'll ask me to submit. And when I submit, it's going to save it to this tab where the lab report is at the end. The next tab is experiment. And one of the things that you're going to do is you're going to walk through the experiment. You're going to answer all of the questions. And then once you're done with the experiment, and I'm going to reset so that you can see that you can redo this multiple times. Once you are done with the experiment, you're going to click continue, and then you're going to answer the questions. Again, I'm just moving through this. All of these tabs, the pre-lab, the experiment, the post-lab, and the review sheet, are part of the grading process. So I'm just gonna keep clicking. It'll ask me to submit it, and then it'll move me to the review sheet. You're gonna answer the questions on the review sheet, and then you're gonna submit that. And finally, what will happen is you'll get to this lab report, the last tab, and you'll see a little thing that says save to a PDF. And I'm going to save it, and I'm going to enter my name, Leah Madison, and I'm going to say exercise 4, activity 2. And I'm going to say OK. And then it will save it to my desktop. Again, I'm just going to rename it Leah Madison. And I'm going to save it to the desktop. And now I've got a PDF, and I'm just going to show you that you can open this up, and it'll show you, and it'll actually give you the answers. And that PDF is what you are going to upload to the course. So when you look back here again at this assignment upload link, you're going to go here, and you're going to upload your assignment here, just like I showed you in the previous window. So once again, this is my view, but your view is going to show you how to, it's going to have a click on the submission. So your PhysioX labs are going to get uploaded that way, and so aren't your virtual labs. So every week, I'm going to post a little note at the beginning of the week and give you information about what we're doing. You'll see your assignments, the discussion forum, and whether or not you have an exam, other video links that I might want you to look at. And one of the things that's also in the folder where the syllabus and documents are is a grading rubric related to the discussion boards. So the thing that's really important is that you do a really thorough job with your discussion boards. You should post a couple of paragraphs. You should try and link some content to it by putting in YouTube links or links to valid resources. There's so much information out there. You can use CDC, you can use the World Health Organization, you can use your textbooks to support your answers and really post a rich, thorough post. And then you're always going to do that on Friday nights initially, by Friday night initially. And then you're going to respond to 2 other students by Monday at midnight. So you want to use APA format, and you want to use at least 1 reference in your posting. And the other thing that's here is the rubric for the lab report. So that's also in your course documents. And just take a look through this to make sure you understand that the grading of the labs, the way the process is you want to make sure for an A it's complete, you've done everything, you've answered everything correctly. And once again, here's this folder with all of that document and information in it that I was just talking about. So over here is the link to the Human Body book, and this is a great resource in the CCV library. And you can see there's all kinds of content here. We are going to be talking about the sensory systems this week. So, if you look down here, you can see there's a link to some of the websites I've already posted for you. Again, touch, taste, and smell is here. And I'll just come back down here and show you eye, hearing, balance. So really great pictures related to the ear. Great pictures related to the eye, and some of the test questions that you're going to have. These resources are going to help you answer those. So I would really encourage you to check out that. This is a link to the Science Times, the New York Times, Science Times, and sometimes there's a lot of great resources here too as well. So this is today's information, and it's just showing you a whole lot of great stories that are out there. Khan Academy, the Science Daily News. These are your resources. You can use accessibility. This will actually read the content to you, and I hope you enjoy this course, and I'm really looking forward to working with you. And I so apologize for the wrong video getting posted. So I hope you're not confused, and I hope this helps. And it's AMP2, and I'll be talking to you soon. Bye.